the flag of Guernsey, and Alison Marion representing them today, and the Swazi flag flies high here for Liz James. Don't know if that's an omen or not, but looking forward to this final. Should be a wonderful match, and a lot up for grabs here. It's the inaugural World Champion of Champions, and Alison Marion will get us underway in the first end of the 9-end set, and we'll play a second set, and if need be we'll go to a tiebreaker. It's a very indifferent start from Alison, a bit short. Liz James need to get off to a good start. Very excited she is about being in this final. Conditions a little better than we've found in the semi-finals, and pretty good start there for Liz James. Good crowd, not as much wind as we've had in previous rounds of this tournament. Alison Marion will be looking for some correction on her first. And Shuey, got me a winner yet?
Alison Marion, I think, Steve, maybe the difference could be the conversion shots.
She has shown us that she's quite an aggressive player. Liz James is very much a very conservative draw shot type player, a little bit over the head at times when need be. Alison Marion possesses a very strong drive. You may see some of that in this final. Now, the red disc bowl closest to the jack belongs to this lady. Chance to make it 2. That'll be good enough. Handy start.
They're in front.
Very cool here today at Moama.
2.5 feet in front.
Our marker today, Carolyn McIntyre from Black Rock in Melbourne.
Not quite enough on that one. And 1 ball left each to play.
Carolyn McIntyre, she marked at Women's World Bowls here at Moama in 2000. Member of the Black Rock Bowling Club in Melbourne.
Got a lot of these markers in this tournament too, Shuey. They're a bit of an entree into Commonwealth Games in Melbourne 2006, so that hopefully they're hopeful they're not going to make any mistakes. They'll perhaps get a start.
Good start here, Steve, for Alison Marion, 29 years of age. She's a computer IT technician in Guernsey. That was 3 shots. A pressure bowl coming up for Liz James. Liz has played in 4 Commonwealth Games. In Brisbane 1982, triples was the only women's event in bowls. Skipped the 4s in Edinburgh 86 Commonwealth Games, 1990 in Auckland, and also played singles in Canada 1994. Very experienced bowler Liz James.
Needs some correction now. Down 3. Disastrous start for Liz James if she dropped 3 on this opening end. Looking for some correction on her first couple. Not quite enough, needs to keep running. Now, I don't think that's going to make much difference to the state of the head at the moment. I think she'll find that she's 3 down. And we saw Alison Marion in the semi-final of this event win her opening set 20-0. Huge start. And she's away to a flyer again. And she picks up 3 at the opening end of this first set. There's a world title up for grabs. Could not have hoped for a better start, Alison Marion. Perhaps a touch of nerves from Liz James in the opening end. Just to settle down, relax and get on with the job. Alison Marion leads us off. Second end, first set. Not a bad start. Conditions are a little indifferent. As I mentioned before, it's not as bad as the semi-finals and part of this tournament. It's still a bit gusty.
At 14 seconds, the green running today at Moama, so that's a kind speed in difficult conditions.
Needed about another metre of weight.
Had a few drops of rain prior to this final, and it's just slowed the green somewhat. See a few dark patches on the rink. Bowls will slow in those damp spots.
I think it's a measure.
Well, close for shot.
Alison playing with a size 4 heavyweight bowl.
Great shot.
1 or 2? Definitely 1 there. Sorry, is it 1 or 2 down? No, I'd say it's 1. Okay. Measure.
Liz James playing with a size 3 heavyweight bowl. Liz is the treasurer of the Swaziland Olympic Games Committee. Her husband Derek, he played in this tournament as well, representing Swaziland.
It's about 400 kilometres east of Johannesburg. Swaziland. I knew you knew that, Shuey. I just thought I'd let you know. Alison Marion.
Only 5 bowling clubs in Swaziland. 50 odd bowlers. Wonderful opportunity to compete at the international level.
Well, Alison Marion's right on the job.
Well, Liz James, Steve, has 3 back bowls. She's 2 down, Liz, but if she could trail the jack through, there's a maximum count of 4 shots on offer. Forehand.
Well, the weight wasn't too bad for the trail, but didn't put the bowl out wide enough, and it's turned right under the head. So Alison Marion, she's off to this marvellous start again, very similar to the semi-final. 5-0 after just 2 ends of this 19 set. One of our competitors, Peter Pomelu from Papua New Guinea. Interested spectator. We start the 3rd end. Alison Marion, dream start. Final of a World Championship. Playing well. It's great to see, you know, you talk about a world championship in some of those countries with huge numbers of participants, and along comes a final of a women's world championship. Swaziland and Guernsey is just terrific to see.
Fantastic, Steve. And the African countries too, it's Liz dropping short once again with her first bowl. Some real characters of the game. Botswana, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Kenya, Malawi, all being represented in this particular tournament. And Alison Marion started off really so well.
Still not quite there. Just hasn't found a range yet so far in this game.
Short bowl, Steve, usually a sign of nerves.
I must admit, prior to the start of this match, I thought that Alison Marion looked very relaxed, quite excited about being out in the final. Liz James looked a little tentative. Some pressure of a big occasion. World title, television cameras.
Yes, Alison's been there many times. This would be the highlight of Liz's bowling career.
Right, go.
Well, 3 short bowls is not going to help. Well, Alison Marion taking some time here. Perhaps the problem of the 2 blue disc bowls either side of the head, so looking to try and draw another shot, but having to stay away from those blue disc bowls that belong to Liz James.
No danger, Steve, coming through the gap, providing Alison is not overweight. This takes a lot more effort to promote a bowl on a slower green than it does on a quick green. As the bowl switching to the forehand.
Needed some more weight, not quite there. And Liz James has 1 bowl left.
Well, Liz James, Steve, she's been struggling for weight, but we may see some weight this time. It's 1 down. She's got at least a couple of seconds, maybe 3 seconds, so she should play a tight line with weight, looking to take this bowl off the rink. Got her own bowls coming in. This may help.
She's certainly not short. Just got to negotiate her way through somehow. Looking for that bowl to push through. Well, that's a great result for her. A couple of opportunities. It really took advantage of the percentage play that time. Had the bowl to take out or even to knock her own ball up.
1.
And she gets that slide off that front ball, comes in for a shot. Well done. Liz James is on the board. Liz James, first bowl. Alison Marion great start picking up 5 shots in the first 2 ends. So if you're going to drop scores, drop 1. She did that on the last end, but we've still got 6 ends to play, including this one in this opening set. So there's plenty of time. Liz James just needs to settle down. Alison Berrien should be looking to consolidate her position. Leads by 4. Very relaxed sort of player. Sherry, I've noticed.
Yes, Steve. Very confident also, Alison, in her own ability to play all the shots in the book. Excellent correction.
Liz James looking down the barrel once again. Couple down. This looks better. Running through marginally. She's getting a line right. Just a matter of weight at the moment.
Liz James had a fantastic win in her quarter-final match against Australia's Angela Charlton.
I suppose a lot of the players at this level from countries around the world, whether it's small or big, it's great to see the competitiveness amongst the players, but more importantly, it shows that it doesn't necessarily have to be that you're a player in one of those big countries. If you take Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, big numbers of players, and to get through to win a national title is always difficult. No doubt about that. So to win it in one of those smaller countries and then go through this competition, all the round robin format of playing each other as you get through to the quarterfinals, and then I suppose winning your way through to this final, it's just a wonderful achievement.
Also, Steve, the camaraderie amongst the international players, one of the friendliest sports in the world, bowls. She's a veteran at a young age, Alison Berrien, 29 years old, and she's won the 2001 World Indoor Mixed Pairs Championship with Adrian Welsh from Guernsey. And last year, Alison also won the British Isles Indoor Singles title.
Certainly one bowl being removed, so is it more than one?
One.
One's been taken out. Look for the second. No, just one, but it's another good one for Alison Berrien. Advances now to a lead of 5 shots after 4 ends of this 9-end set. 5 ends still remaining. Liz James really needs to start making her mark in this match. Always nice to get that first set under your belt.
Yes, Steve, and no better way than Alison Berrien in her semi-final match against Betty Morgan from Wales, 20-0 after 6 ends.
Alison Berrien in number 5. Very consistent. That 3 on the first end really got her off to a great start. Liz James, plenty of support here too. Her husband's here. As you mentioned before, he represented Swaziland in the men's singles. Son Willie plays for Swaziland as well. He was at World Bowls in Johannesburg in 2000. take the Jameses out of Swazi, you'd probably have to close a couple of clubs. There wouldn't be enough players.
Incredible effort, really, at the international level, Steve. Only 40 to 50 bowlers in total from a population of 1 million in Swaziland. Another good bowl coming up for Alison Marion. Trails the jack toward her opening bowl.
Making it a bit
That
more
side
difficult.
bowl of Alison's is at level.
No, it's bowl in front.
Cute.
Ten years ago, Liz won the African in the States tournament, singles, pairs and fours. And that's a very strong competition in the African states, and that's a very disappointing bowl from Liz.
Spring in the step, Alison Marion. Full of confidence at the moment. Playing well. Leading on the scorecard. Applies a little bit more pressure. Now Liz James coming to have a look at the head here, just to perhaps compose herself once more before she plays the next bowl. She's got 2 left in this end. Alison Marion still has 1 to play. Guernsey supporters.
Liz may go back to her backhand, Steve. There's no danger, really. She played that forehand. See that green patch on the left coming in? It's obviously a lot slower out wide on the forehand. Jack off the centre line. Liz has been to the head and thought, well, yes, safer path to the jack. The hand, she knows best.
Bend.
Well, that helps. Second shot, maybe even shot. Well, Chewy, looks like it might be shot. Well played.
It's the benefit of coming to the head, Steve. Let's walk down, 3 down and 2-1 up. 4-shot turnaround.
Well, Alison Marion's had a look. She's got a shot planned.
A couple of shots on, Steve. May try to trail the jack right through into the ditch. That would be 3 shots. Or play weight, punch her short bowl toward the shot bowl. So she will be playing overdraw weight, forehand, looking for the jack.
Might draw a shot if it keeps running. Oh, that looks pretty good.
Well bowled.
Well bowled, said Liz James. Drawn the shot. Scratch of the head, wondering, I suppose, I could get shot, but I don't seem to keep it for very long. What am I going to do next?
No reason for Liz to change. Similar shot to her last. Does run the risk of promoting one of Alison's bowls nearer to the jag. She could end up 2 down, but playing the right shot.
Bend.
That's a great shot. Well played, Liz James. That'll give us some confidence. She was 1 down, but got it right off the bowl.
Just
so
the one, yep.
perhaps the weight was pretty good. Needed to arrive. Managed to get a slide off the bowl in for a shot. Another one on the scorecard for her. 4 the difference now, and there's 4 ends to play. Winner of the end gets to set the mat and the jack for the coming end. Liz James leads us off in 6. Only scored ones, 2 of those. So Alison Marion keeping her opponent down to the minimum scores. Alison Marion could nearly break this set open if she could win this end.
Much shorter end roll too, Steve, by Liz. Rolled a bit 25-metre length jack. It's found Alison out with the opening bowl, but it's all about correction. Liz needing to drop a metre, unfortunately added 1.5 metres extra weight on.
Good enough for shot, the last ball from Alison Marion.
That's it.
She's found herself out.
Still holding one. Alison, she's had enough of that backhand. It held wide. So now switching to the open forehand.
Still running on as well.
Just highlights how difficult a change of length is. Been playing longish ends, 28 to 30 metre length jack, 25 metre length, both players struggling.
It's corrected the weight this time. That's pretty good. An important end to score. Alicia Weir there from Ireland. She was in the semi-final. And Liz James defeated her in that match. Alison Marion is now 1 down. Change of hand again. So she's been all over the shop, I suppose, at this end, trying to get the weight right. And he's failed. So it was an important end, really, for Liz James. She needed to score, otherwise Alison Marion would really bolt away. Now, a score of more than 1 would be terrific for her. Has 1 been taken out? They'll look for the second.
Yeah.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
1 shot it is, that's all. But it's a good one for Liz James. 3 the difference now and 3 to play. Beauty of sets play, I suppose. If you drop the first set, you can always climb back into the match by winning the second. Always like to get the first one under your belt, though. If it's 1-1, we'll go to that 3-end tiebreaker we've spoken about. Two ends in a row to Liz James. It's put her within striking distance here. Alison Marion has got control of this first set so far.
Both players have won 3 ends, but it's been the multiple counts. First 2 ends, opening treble and then a double to lead 5-0 after 2 ends that has given Alison this 3-shot lead with just 3 ends to play.
shot.
Winter has returned to Moama. Very chilly day.
Sailing through. Holding one. Chance for another. It'll be good enough. It's two good bowls. Two great bowls, in fact. Well, time for a look. Tactically, what's the story of this? I mean, it's pretty obvious he's two down.
Well, quite often, Steve, you walk to the head and just having a closer look how much room there is to draw a shot. And Liz, I'm sure she won't have enjoyed what she saw. She's two down and only has, well, less than 30 centimetres or a foot of room in the old scale to draw the shot. First and second bowls, and Liz played 1.5 metres away from the jack. Important shot coming up.
Needs that weight correction. First one too
I'll
short,
get
second
around
one
it.
sailing through. No weight. Great opportunity for Alison Marion. Holding two, still got 2 bowls left. Problem for Liz James, only 1 bullet left in the gun.
Yes, this would potentially be a set winning end coming up for Alison. You would expect Alison Marion to draw a third shot the way she has been playing in this match.
Well, still running, but perhaps good enough.
A lot of pressure going through the mind of Liz James.
Well, it's time to weigh in, Shuey. Down 2, maybe 3. She's got to play a good bowl here, otherwise, as you mentioned, this first set might be out the gate. Critical shot. Needs a good one. Yeah, good line, just not quite enough. Certainly cut one out anyway. There's no measure anymore, but it's still 2. And Alison Marion has 1 left. So as it stands, the task looking very difficult for Liz James here.
Any touch on the jack from Alison would be to her advantage.
Holding 2. That's good enough for 3, I'm sure of that. 3 it is, so Alison Marion has really grabbed this opening set by the throat. 9-3 the lead, and just 2 ends remaining. Alison Marion has won 4 of the 7 ends played in this set so far, but the story has been the multiple scores. 2 3s and a 2. Liz James, the best she can get are singles. The job now in front of Liz James. You can see that scorecard. Now there's 6 shots required by Liz James in just 2 ends, which I think is going to be difficult.
Yeah, I would say so, Steve. It's a situation where Liz now has to concentrate and get her drawing game together. Think ahead to the next set.
And David, is it? Do you think now that someone like Liz would probably be now thinking the first set's gone and start really getting the mindset right for the second set?
Very much, because Alison's been scoring heavily. Liz hasn't looked as if she's going to score any end in a heavy way, so she'll just be trying to get her drawing line, drawing weight, draw on those 20 years of experience playing all around the world for the next set. That's the joy of set play.
Set play, good format, Chewie?
Yes, I think so, Steve. It's good for TV. Some players don't like it, but I think it's a good format. I personally prefer playing to a target rather than so many ends. But there's just different tactics required for different formats. And this is a very good format.
Is it well accepted in the UK, David?
Not only accepted, but it's been actually refined and developed so much that players have been heavily involved in that development. And it's now being used in all the major championships.
Good shot.
Liz James needs a minimum of 2 shots just to keep this first set alive. Hard to draw to. Maybe better off tactically to play weight. Oh, she's drawn 1. Super shot, Liz James.
Well, just had to get the weight right and around to avoid that red disc bowl of Alison Merion's. Got the weight perfect and holds 1, but gee, at the moment it's not quite enough.
Alison will try to convert. She'd be happy to go 1 down on this end, but she does have her own bowl just short of the jack. So Alison will be playing delicate weight, promote the short bowl or trail the jack.
Great attempt. Now, Liz James holds 1. Now, if she can't add another one to this, we won't require the last end of the first set. 6 behind on the scorecard. This plus another end if required. So she needs at least 2. She's got 1 at the moment.
To pick it up.
Needs a bit more weight to keep it alive. That's not enough.
I think that's the first set.
When the dust settles, it will be 1 shot to Liz James. And that's enough. So we'll start the second set. We won't require the last end. And a wonderful start for Alison Merion. 9-4 as she takes the first.
Is that 4-9? First set?
Liz James' husband, Derek on the left, and Gary Pitsu, one of the players eliminated in this semi-final of the men's competition. And we start the second set. World title up for grabs. Liz James, wonderful start. Different shot from Alison Merion. And Liz James, she's right on the job here in the second.
Just what she needed to, Steve. first and second set. Toucher with her first. Metre beyond with her second, holding 2. So early pressure on Alison Merian.
Gave it a chance. Great shot.
Excellent line and length. No luck required, all skill.
She's in range, Liz James, but still one down. Players come up and survey the head. Alison Merian has 2 bowls left. She's holding 1.
Alison Merian, the reason she's walked to the head, she knows there's danger out in this territory if the jack should be trailed out there, so she's got 2 shots on. She could either play the forehand draw to there, or better still, play the same line as her opponent, even if she trails the jack or rests on her own shot bowl. Would be a good result. Playing the conservative covering shot, wide line on the forehand, half a metre past jack high would be ideal. Oh, she's left the door open, dropping short. So an opportunity now for Liz James to trail the jack for a count of 3, maybe 4 shots.
She's been to the head. She knows it's there. Movement of the jack would be very good. Sit the bowl that belongs to Alison Merian would be as good a result.
Bend.
Willing it to turn. Well, all it did was turn around a circle. Still one down. Perhaps not enough weight, Chewy.
Could have been a slightly tighter line. It was more the line, Steve. Just a shade too wide. Great effort.
Some pretty good crowds here for this competition. Why wouldn't there be? World title. Players pre-qualify for this by winning their national championship. Well, set the ball a bit thicker. Might have been able to score 2, but 1 it is. It's a good start for Alison Merian. She's on the board in this second set.
Take a closer look at the game of lawn bowls. Promotion by Bowls Australia.
Take a closer look at this. Final of the Women's World Championship of Champions.
Alison Merian, she is looking good. Very solid performance from Alison. She has not played too many loose bowls. Liz has showed a few signs of nerves, which is only natural playing in the final of such a prestigious event. First bowl in singles, the most important.
I would have thought it was the last.
Well, no player likes to have to retrieve a losing situation, Steve. It's always mentally and tactically a lot easier to draw shots when you are holding. The pressure mounts rapidly when your shots are against, and Liz, she won't be feeling too well after those opening 2 bowls. Very important for Liz here to not to drop a big count. Only 1 behind. 8 ends remaining. So, well, this gusty breeze, the players bowling into a headwind.
Correction required. Liz James. Line's good. Weight's not bad. Oops, fell out. Still 1 though. Take a closer look out. Marker in this match today, Caroline McIntyre's indicated he's 1 shot to Liz James.
Alison may switch, Steve, to the backhand, come in, promote this bowl, can trail the jack through or rest on Liz's last bowl. It's played 3 on the forehand, now switching backhand with weight.
Well, there's no shortage of weight on this. Jack or bowl would be good. Two flags in Australian rules football, Chewy. Right through the middle.
Got the gap, unlucky.
Perhaps a sigh of relief there for Liz James. Holding 1. Still got 1 bowl left. So a chance to build on that. Won't be easy. There's not much room. Gusty wind. Well, that's pretty tight. Sounded like she was cursing herself there a bit, Chewy.
Very frustrating. The wind has just swung around the direction of the wind and forced that bowl narrow.
Bit of a wry smile from Alison Marion. But Liz James, she picks up 1. We're all square. And we've played 2 ends of this second set. Bit of breeze up and a bit overcast here for this final today. But forecast some rain today at some stage. I think we might be lucky get through this match without some showers. Crowd's rugged up for winter. Liz James starts us off the 3rd end. Must win this set to force it to the tiebreaker. Needs to get closer than that.
Yes, Liz has really struggled today with her opening bowl, particularly. Alison consistently inside 1 metre with her opening bowl.
It's still running as well. It'll be shot, but there's plenty of room. Correction required. Doesn't really want to hit her own bowl. She's missed it. That's good. So the weight wasn't too bad. Just the line not quite right that time, but good enough for shot. Yet again, though, still room for either player. Alison Marion, Guernsey. down in front. It's probably a good day for a Guernsey, Shuey.
I'm in a Guernsey, but plenty of sweaters and cardigans and overcoats today. Cold, overcast conditions at Moama, making it extremely difficult for both players.
If we don't have a measure issue, we might need to get the garden hose out. It's sprayed all over the place. It's because of this wind factor.
Also had some rain overnight, and quite different conditions to what the girls experienced in their semi-final matches. We had a very fast green, and now see those dark green patches on the rink, quite slow in different spots on the rink. Alison, oh, she's had enough of backhand. She's switching now to the forehand, trying to beat the bowl on the left-hand side of the jack.
No way.
Well, the effective rate there, it's Liz James at 47% and Alison at 61, which you would expect with 4 bowls per player.
So typically, I suppose someone with a winning performance around about the 70% mark, is it?
Depending on the conditions, Steve. In singles, you would hope to be in the 3/4 of your bowls effective, so 75%. But Liz at the moment struggling, just 1 out of 2 effective, and has wasted a lot of bowls. But that is because of the conditions. It's not easy today. Cold, gusty wind, slow green.
Count. Holding 2 at the moment, Liz James, and Alison Marion has a bowl left.
Very difficult head for Alison to retrieve. Maybe 2 down.
This could be a world of confidence here for Liz James if he can pick up a multiple score to be a first one for the whole match.
She desperately needs it too, Steve. So Alison's had 2 on the backhand, 1 on the forehand, and her last bowl back on the backhand side. Her own bowl coming in.
Down 2. Own bowl, as you say, coming in. Missed everything. Very interesting. Not really sure how many. The marker indicated possibly 2, but it might even be 3, Shuey. 1 taken out.
The quickest way is to put the measure on.
Yeah.
Just the one?
So
Gee, I can't believe that.
Well, Alison conceded 1, and Liz didn't want to measure for any more.
Oh, well, look more to me. I'm very unsure about that. 2-1. Interesting how they concluded that last in. I just noticed with interest the marker had 3 bats in a hand ready to stick up in the air.
Well, Alison did the right thing, Steve. She only conceded 1.
Liz James. I'm in shock, I've got to tell you. It's quite amazing to me. To me, it was definitely 2 and perhaps even 3.
Well,
and the marker holding 3 bats in her hand.
There's a cardinal sin, really. If in doubt, measure. Don't take the opponent's word for it. Alison was happy to concede 1 shot, and she said, virtually saying to Liz, if you want any more, you measure. The player wanting the shots, etiquette suggests they do the measuring. Liz said, well, okay, 1's okay. Mark was ready to hold up 3. Who knows? 2-1 is the score.
League of Nations here at this championship. 29 nations involved. Down to the last two. Guernsey, Swaziland.
Who would have picked that at the start of this particular event?
Long odds. Nice jacket. I think he needs it today. It's getting a bit cool out there. It's not like the weather conditions at Samoa.
Just look how difficult these conditions are. 4 bowls played, not one bowl within a metre of the jack. Overcast, cold, gusty wind, swirling around the breeze. Now, just to make matters worse, Liz will crash on her short bowl. Allison's a very quiet player. Liz, on the other hand, likes to have a bit of a chat and relax. So, wisely, both players coming up to have a look exactly how much room there is.
Well, they'll find out there's plenty.
Good idea if you're playing against a very quiet type of player to follow a few bowls to the head and have a talk to the marker. That does relax your nerves. It's a very lonely game, singles, at the top level. Alison Marion, she is a veteran at just 29 years of age. Only 4 bowling clubs in Guernsey, only 1 indoor stadium and 3 outdoor clubs. Leading 2-1, Liz would love to keep this momentum going. She has scored on the last 2 ends.
Needs a clear road this time.
That's it.
Does he pull up in time? That's the big question. Oh, gee, if the last end's any indication, Chewy, they won't call for a measure. I don't think they've. Maybe they think the marker hasn't got one.
Well, you must measure if in doubt, and Liz didn't want to measure on the previous end. Allison has 1 to play. She'll try to pick the gap. She just played on the backhand. May stick with that particular side of the ring. Alison may just elect to beat this particular bowl here. That's the shot in question. There's a shot on the forehand through the gap. Still undecided. Backhand.
Home ball coming in out in front too. She doesn't like it. Slap of the thigh. Going a bit too wide for what she wanted. Now to raffle.
Neither girl wanting to measure. Allison conceding.
Well, maybe that's one of those ones for the last end. Liz Jones picks up 1, and her lead now 3-1 after 4 ends of this 19 set.
Umpire.
Now the umpire's been called. The minimum length required for this international is 23 metres. It's shorter than 23. It's thrown back and the opposing player will get to set the length. Too short. Alison Marion will get to set the mat and the jack. Jack's been set by Alison Marion because Liz James rolled it too short and she leads off. All ones in this second set. Struggling with finding the range. Alison Marion. That's the Zimbabwe contingent. Liz Landry and Dennis Streak. He's the father of Heath Streak, the captain of the Zimbabwe cricket team. They're enjoying their stay over here. Great shot. Dennis said he likes bowls because he keeps telling Heath at least he can still swing them either way. Using a bowl. Liz James is right on the job with one, and Alison Marion just dropping short once again.
A little bit of a struggle this set so far for Alison Marion. She's lost the last 3 ends. It's very important here that Liz keep the pressure on Alison. And she's drawn a second shot.
There's not much of a target either. I say that candidly though, because Alison Marion is a pretty aggressive sort of player. Likes to drive.
Likes to drive, Steve, but no great target. She will have to play controlled weight to get around the short bowl. Maybe better off just drawing on this backhand side. Difficult shot, 2 down.
Backhand draw. Down 2. Still running. Kept running.
This is the best end in the match for Liz James, holding 2, chance to make 3. Pressure will be right on Alison Marion. She comes to play her 4th bowl. If Liz could make her last count, no target to drive at. Has not scored a multiple count in the match. Liz James, she scored 7 single shots. Three here. Well, short and narrow, may block the gap.
Missed opportunity. But we are playing sets play, but I suppose the interesting factor, Shu, is that if you count the first set and this set, we've played 12 ends, and Liz James has actually won 7 of those, but they've all been singles.
Alison Marion, Steve, she would not like this match to go to a 3-end shootout. Really, that is a bit of a raffle, and she's going to be under pressure here mentally. It's a tough shot. 30 centimetres only of room, 1 foot to draw the shot.
Down 2. Will remain down 2. Crash down in front. Weight wasn't too bad, just didn't get wide enough. That was the problem. 2 to the blue disc bowls. 5-1. James looking like she's the slippery grip of this second set. That would force it out to a tiebreaker. Amazing turnaround. Lead of 4.
Problem, Steve, for Allison, if this match should go to a tiebreaker, good opening bowl. 3-end shootout, Alison Marion, she could get quite nervous. Has not shown us any sign of nerves throughout this series.
Well, she won a shootout in the semi-final to get through to this final. I don't think she'd like, as you say, I don't think she'd like to go to that again.
2.5 metres short with her opening bowl. It is not a good sign. Years of experience coming to the fore for Liz James.
Played it well. Just, oh, well, gee, it pulls up going into that breeze. Alison Marion just trying to compose herself now.
This is a sign of concern. Not sure to play the backhand or forehand. Short bowls coming in on both sides. Very bubbly personality, Liz. But the opposite, Alison is serious. Doesn't smile too much. No doubt concentrating hard here. Needs to miss the short bowl.
She's got plenty of weight. Well, fortunate, perhaps?
Very fortunate. It's a little slide, picks up the jack. 2 down to 1 up. Happy? No, well. Should be.
It doesn't matter how you get them, as long as you get them, I suppose.
Now can Liz miss her bowl as well? Around the outside with a slide for the shot.
Hey, game of slides today. I could do it too. It just gets the edge of that and just slows it down a touch and a little change of direction, but good enough for one. Rugged up. It's got cool.
And the wind is the problem too, Steve, for the players. Not just the temperature at Moama. Oh, she'll need more luck again here, Alison. She's not going to get it.
Liz James holds one. There's 1 ball left each to play. They get 4 balls each on an end. 9 end sets.
Liz James had a good look. There's plenty of room to draw a shot here, Steve, but if by chance Liz drove that bowl into the ditch, it is a toucher, but if it was driven off the rink or into the ditch, these 2 bowls up here would actually count. Tactically, maybe better off to draw for 2, but if she drove the bowl into the ditch, Liz James would be holding 3 shots.
Still got 1 left.
Always difficult when you're 3 or 4 down.
I know it's happened often to me, Chewie, I might tell you.
Switching to the backhand. Looks to be drawing.
Needs to negotiate a clear road here. We've got to have the weight for a start. She hasn't got that. Alison Marion has 1 bowl left. She's having a bit of a look at a couple of options.
One down. May play weight, Steve, to try to take this bowl out. She has her own short bowl coming up. Jack into the ditch. Maybe an easier shot to attack than to try and draw. Too difficult to draw. Forehand with weight.
Needs to negotiate a way around through here. Well, that's the bowl you were talking about, Shuey, and she's moved it enough for 2. That's a well played shot, that. Just enough weight, as you mentioned. Sit the bowl, push it out, done that and stayed. And from 1 down to 2 up, great turnaround. 2 the difference. Anyone set. Three ends to go, including this one. Might be cool, but the crowd's not going anywhere. This match is set for a good finish. Alison Marion. 2 behind at the moment. She has won the first set. 2 shots the difference, 3 ends to play. What's a good start? Some pressure on. Not bad.
Starting to draw very well now, Liz James. Shaky in the first set. That's Liz's husband, Derek. He's a competitor here. Won 7 of his 13 sectional matches.
I asked him, I said, how are you going today, Derek? And he said, nervous. That's not bad. He's not even playing.
It's more difficult sometimes watching than it is out on the rink. Liz James taking it right up to Alison Marion now. Longest end of the match. Just over 31 metres in length. Be careful here with the jack near the ditch. Liz must get a bowl beyond the jack. Alison likes to drive. She may attack the shot bowl already. Plan B would be jack into the ditch.
Saving it for later.
Well, that is a very, very nervous bowl from Alison Marion. Pulled up.
Can't believe that shot.
4 metres short.
Nerves?
Would have to be nerves, Steve. It's got a tail breeze, so Liz Steve still needs a bowl past the jack.
Well, she could make it count behind the jack. It's probably the best for her.
That's right, Steve, but stay on her backhand, draw a shot just behind the jack, and counting would be ideal. No time to be dropping short when you're playing against an opponent who loves to drive. Well, she's switching to the forehand. Very conservative line. This could be the match-winning shot coming up.
Got to be careful that Alison Marion doesn't take her own bowls if she has a drive.
That's right, Steve. The two bowls are together.
Decision time.
If Alison does have a drive and actually makes contact with this bowl, this other bowl could be removed. She'd be 3 down. She's going to play weight. She needs to play a very narrow line and not too heavy. Looking to rest the shot bowl or trail the jack 1 or 2 metres for 3 shots. She must attempt a shot, but she must play it with confidence.
Well, if she misses here, she'll be 3 behind with 2 to play, but she's on the charge. Needs a jack. Well, got just about everything, but not the shot. The one blue disc bowl remains very close to the jack, and that belongs to Liz James. Now she's got a chance. She's got 1 left. Here's a way to break away in this second set. Draw another counter. Don't get too many opportunities as good as this.
Go on.
Got tired. Well, a critical opportunity missed there for Liz James.
That's it.
Will that come back and haunt her later? Time will tell. She's picked up 1. Leads by 3. 2 ends to go. Not a bad position to be in. Almost a sense of urgency now for Liz James. Lost the first set. Now she leads us off in the second last end of this second set. Leads by 3. She can win this end. I think she's almost certainly going to force it out to a tie break. Alison Marion, what's her task here, Chewy? Minimum of 1, minimum 2, how many?
Well, she's got to win the end, Steve. She hasn't only won 2 ends so far in this set, and that's really not enough at this stage. I think she'd be happy to go to the tie break. She does possess the powerful drive. She won her semi-final match against Betty Morgan from Wales in the 3-end shootout. Only needed 2 ends. She would prefer to win this set than to go to a tiebreaker.
I suppose Liz James is probably thinking, you know, worst, only drop 1.
Yes, Alison would need 2, realistically, you would think. She would need to be within 1 shot going into the last end. David Corkill from Ireland, how do you feel about this last couple of ends in this set, David?
Well, it's more of a situation of Alison just dropping her form slightly, Liz concentrating on the draw shot all the time. But you're right, I think Alison needs to score, definitely has to score at least 1, ideally 2. Draw the set's enough for the championship. She won't want to go into a 3-end tiebreaker, they're just too risky.
She's holding 2 shots at the moment, Alison Marion. So the pressure now is right back on the shoulders of Liz James. Switching to the backhand may suggest weight. Could split the bowls open and run through onto the jack. Lucky result.
Well, it takes a bit of pressure off, I think. I think it was a good shot selection, though, to play weight at that.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you, Steve. It was a good percentage shot. Catch the balls, run off them onto the jack. The angle was perfect. I'm sure she had worked it out.
Yes. Is that the luck of the Irish?
Oh, man, we don't have any luck.
Well, it's a new ball game now. The jack's been removed from the centre line. It's right out wide now. There's a couple of metres, probably at least 3 or 4 metres to draw a shot.
Not easy to draw to a jack off the line on a slow green, gusty wind. Anxious look from Ellison. She's heavy.
Yeah. As it stands at the moment, both players have 1 ball left each to play. Alison Marion's holding shot. Now, Liz James, grab hold of this second set. She can draw a shot here. Gone wide. Well. And big.
That's a shot that few players practice, drawing to a jack off the centre line. And there's a case in point why you need to practice that shot. The shot bowl would be at least 2 metres away. Our marker, Carolyn McIntyre, she favours 1 to Alison Marion. It's only her opinion. Carolyn hasn't had the benefit of putting the tape on. It's the room.
Well, in the third end of this set, it's a very interesting occurrence. I thought there was probably more than 1 shot there, and Liz James took 1. I thought it was more, and now it may well come back to haunt her big time, because Alison Marion draws another one, and that'll be 2 shots. And we go into the final end of this second set. There's a World Championship up for grabs here. There's 1 the difference. Liz James hangs on. Players finding it pretty tough in these conditions here today. Anything within a metre or so is pretty good. Final end, second set. Now, all up for grabs here. This lady, Alison Marion, won the first set. She can score 1 and tie it. That's enough to win it. 1.5 sets to a half. Her opponent, Liz James. Gee, that's short.
Pressure of the occasion.
Liz James here must win this set. She leads by 1. Basically, she's got to get shot. That's it.
Both girls very nervous. It looks easy from the grandstand. There's a lot of oohs and ahs, but it's hard to concentrate on line and length when you are playing for a world title.
In particular, I think it's a big occasion for both these players. I mean, we spoke earlier about the fact they come from smaller nations. You know, the big numbers of, UK, well, the other UK countries, and Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, big numbers of players and small numbers in these countries. Now, that's a great shot. Alison Marion, wonderful weight. Just managed to pick up a piece of the jack going past. Terrific.
Well, Liz has been playing the backhand in this direction. Now she's let off twice on the forehand. Oh, lucky miss. Good correction.
1 down, still low.
And wisely, Ellison deciding to walk to the head just to put added mental pressure on her opponent, Liz James.
Well, at the moment, Chewy, she's holding game.
She's holding the title, Steve, but her opponent has 2 bullets left in the gun. There's a big gap through there on the forehand to take the bowl out or run the jack right through. It's been reluctant to drive a little, Liz, but I really think she... Big sigh. What am I going to do? Quite simply, Alison needs to draw a second shot just in case. May even block the drive. That could be a nuisance bowl for Liz James. Liz James would have to be very quick on the forehand to come through and put that jack into the ditch. She may prefer to promote her short bowl onto the jack. Difficult shot, whatever she decides. Want the shot with this bowl, not her last.
Second last chance. In her own bowl, she needs to make some contact. Jack would do, bowl would do, anything really. That's enough. Now she's holding set.
Well, that was an absolutely magnificent shot, Steve. Match down virtually. Right weight, good line, and the perfect amount of luck.
Bit of pressure involved there, David.
Yeah, it was a tremendous shot. It was a very difficult shot to play. A lot of people would have decided to go on the inside line for the full jack. And Alison Merrien's looking very closely to see if she can get through to that bowl. Not much space though.
2 shots on. Full-blooded drive for the bowl or draw the shot. Got less than half a metre of room.
Well, this is the last bowl for Alison Merrien. She could get shot here. She'll be holding the title.
Wisely playing the draw shot. Liz James still has 1 to play. Looking heavy.
Well, missed opportunity. Liz James is holding shots. She doesn't need to play this last bowl. Now, there's a world title for grabs here, and it's 1 set all. We will go to the 3-end tiebreaker. And the players decide here, you'll add 1 to the scorecard for Liz James. It will show that she wins the second set, 7-5. 1 all, 3-end tiebreaker for the world title.
Who's going to call?
You call this time.
It's ahead.
The 3-end tiebreaker is decided by the amount of ends you win, not the number of shots. The first player to win 2 of the 3 ends, in this instance, will be a world champion. Alison Merrien, first bowl. Not bad. Liz James lost the first set 4-9, but then won the second. She's back in the hunt. Shootout time. Didn't arrive. understatement of the year, I suppose, David, but you know, the all-important first end of a 3-end shootout takes a bit of the danger out of it.
Takes the pressure off a little bit, to be fair, Steve. But when you look at the game, you think that Alison's dominated on occasions for long periods, but when you add up the ends that she's won against Liz, Liz is in front in terms of ends. So she's come back into the match very well.
Still running, still one down. Red disc bowls belonging to Alison Marion. Nervous time for both players. There's a bit of a wall building out there.
There's a wall, Steve, but only takes one good shot from Liz. She'll play weight, looking for the gap on the backhand, trying to trail the jack through.
I'm too wide this time.
She's too wide for that. Almost a running cricket. She'd be very disappointed. She's really put the pressure on herself now. In fact, both players have got one bowl left to play, but Alison Marion, she's in a wonderful position, holding, well, probably three, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. One's enough.
Well, it's only one end though, Steve, and if Alison does in fact win this opening end, Liz could grab the next. Sweaty palms, dry throat. Go for some protection behind now. Tough shot for Liz. Very tough shot.
One bowl left for Liz James. It's now decision time, crunch time. Chocolates or boiled lollies, shall we?
Boiled lollies, I think, Steve. Liz has played the backhand. I think she'll persist. Run through the gap, try to pick up the jack. The only other shot is to draw on the forehand here, come around the short bowls, draw the shot. Both shots extremely difficult, low success rate. It is backhand and it will be weight.
Needs to make some contact, preferably jack. Got to reach. Don't give yourself any opportunity whatsoever if you don't arrive. Now the first end of the 3-end shootout will go to Alison Marion. 2 ends to go if we need it. 1-0 in the tiebreaker. It's all or nothing as we approach the second. As James must win this end, no matter what, to keep this game alive. Alison Marion, world champion, she can win this end. Alison Marion, first bowl of 4. Liz James will have the last bowl. Destiny in her hands.
Shaky first up attempt. Alison played the singles at last year's Commonwealth Games in Manchester. Also played here at Moama, singles and pairs and women's world bowls, 2000. Her husband Ian, he's had 2 Commonwealth Games outing for Guernsey, and Liz drawing the shot, has to be beaten.
Well, Derek James looks on.
He doesn't. He's probably more nervous than Liz at the moment.
I don't have any doubt about that. He was nervous before it started, let alone now in the 3-end shootout. Alison Marion down 1, wants a nice close bowl. This is good. Still running. Well, close. Anybody's. Liz James is on the march.
Very wise choice for Liz to come to the head. Just to have a look exactly how much room there is to draw a level. Well, she's had enough. Just over half a metre. This is where 20 years of international experience will help Liz. Stay calm. Light grip on the bowl, and she's switching to the forehand. Played backhand with her first bowl.
Well, that wind holding that bowl right out. It's not just refusing to turn, but no weight either. And that'll be a troublesome bowl for her if she wants to play that hand again. She needs to negotiate past that. Alison Marion holding one. Only halfway through this end. 2 bowls each.
Alison would be visualising the perfect backhand draw shot. She will no doubt follow this bowl to the head, hopefully nail the jack, stand behind it, cross her arms, and give Liz a big stare. Oh, she does not like it. Be careful not to be too narrow. She could give the shot away.
Whoops.
She has given the shot away to Liz James. Would not believe it.
Well, we've had our share of drama in this match so far. There's just a little bit more. Liz James holds shot.
It's an old saying, when you're holding match, you can play any weight you like as long as you do not play narrow.
All of a sudden, Alison Marion is looking down the barrel, and it's her own doing.
And Liz James to rub it in. The second.
Wonderful stuff. 1 bowl left each. Now, Liz James might not have to play a last bowl. It's up to this girl.
Well, David Corkill from Ireland, what should you suggest Alison play here?
I can't believe what I'm watching, to be honest with you. Alison shouldn't have been anywhere near it. There's a shot on the forehand if she wants to play it. The rest, the ball just off to the side of the jack. Got her own ball on the way in the forehand. So if she's off target, she might get a chance with that. Or she could drive the ball into the jack. Got the back position. Either way, it's a little bit of a hit and hope. Disappointment of the last delivery, of course.
Driving. Contact. Anything will do. Well, she's taken 2 bowls out. Gave herself at least a chance, but there's 1 shot to Liz James. We started with 29 countries. We're down to the final of a World Championship, and it's going to go to one end. It's 1-1 in the tiebreaker.
Please.
Incredible finish to this final.
Bullets. I thought you were going to bowl it up different.
Four bowls each. Last end of the tiebreaker. The final, the World Champion of Champion Singles. Liz James lead us off first bowl. Alison Marion have the beauty of the last bowl. Liz James wants a good start. Not bad. Alison Marion dominated this match early. She won the first set comfortably, 9-4, but then Liz James fought her way back in this second set. bowl here. Still running. Gee, it won't stop. Anyone for shot?
That's the shot.
Question's been asked. Liz James about this length in the second set. Had real trouble trying to find the weight range.
Is it?
Big.
Allison seems to have regrouped mentally. It's not showing any signs of nerves. Well, maybe a nuisance bowl for Liz. She'll have to switch now to the backhand side.
The only thing is, Sherry, that might well have put her onto the right hand. The ball to catch.
Yes, there's a couple of chances. Rest the red disc bowl out at 3:30 to the jack, or promote her short bowl. Just one roll would be enough. Really, what you're trying to do mentally in this situation is just draw the shot without dropping short. Start praying.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot at stake. A couple of bowls.
Anything but short.
Go.
Didn't make it. Liz James is down at the moment. She has one bowl left. Alison Marion has two. She could just get nice and close. Now, we saw on the previous end of this tiebreaker that Alison Marion actually gave the shot away. So she's got a problem here. Those bowls out in front belong to Liz James. Now, she does not want to move them any closer to the jack.
I'll give you the tip, Steve. She won't be narrow this time. She's holding the title, and she still has another to play after this bowl.
Well, Liz James could draw the shot. It'll come down to one bowl for a world title. Alison Marion, according to our marker, is holding one. Decision time for Liz James. Last bowl in this tournament.
Nerves of steel, Steve. I'm not sure what Liz will try. She has been coming on this way. She could drive for the bowl through the gap. That would be an option. Better to play over draw weight. Give yourself a chance to promote either short bowl into the head.
Last chance. Her hopes of a world title resting on this bowl. At the moment, her opponent is holding game. Needs a result. Connected her own bowl, and she's in for shot. She's holding. Alison Marion has one left.
Well, this is a brave shot. Played good weight. Perfect result. Solid contact. Oh, she cannot believe it.
I tell you, that doesn't look an easy shot for Alison Marion.
Well, I think she will drive for the shot bowl, Steve. It's a tough shot. Could remove both short bowls. She's crossed the fingers.
Alison Marion possesses a very good drive. This time, will we see weight? Yes, she's lined up. Hit and hope. Here we go. Needs to make contact. Both bowls. Missed it. A great effort, but she's missed it. And Liz James has come from nowhere. She dropped the first set, 4-9. She won the second, 7-5. And then the tiebreaker, 2-1. We crown a new world champion of champions in the women's singles from Swaziland. Liz James is the winner.
That's a big match. Yes. I thought.
Great game, Alison. Thanks very much.
Yeah. That was a bit. Hey. Yes. Hey. Hey.
It's that cuddle I gave you.
It's the cuddle you gave me. The cuddle. Oh, thank you.
Fabulous.
Well
done.
Thank you. Yes, for sure. Phew. Yes, I'm dying to go to the
Have you going to
Well done.
Do you want more?
No.
I'll just get the extension if you
Oh, she'll be fine.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We would appreciate your remaining for the presentation on the green. If you would remain seated, please. It'll only take a few minutes.
Steve. Hi.
That's through to the crowd. Good. Okay.
Ready?
Just see. Yep. Whenever you're
President John, Bowls Australia, ladies and gentlemen, fellow bowlers, we have come to the end of a very exciting competition for the ladies, a unique competition. We are now going to see and meet the first official world champion lady bowler, and I think we all have enjoyed watching the competition throughout the week, especially this final today. So the two ladies, congratulations. Look forward to you coming forward to receive the trophy. Thank you very much. And we have with us our main sponsor, sales director, sales manager of Taylor Bowls of Glasgow, Scotland. And I think I should ask Anne to present to Guernsey. Very, I think she'll be a wee bit dumped at the result of this, but the runners-up trophy. It's loose, and it will. And what can we say about the winner? She came from behind. She's got the trophy. You won't be keeping the trophy forever, you know. I trust and hope that you can come back here or try for it next year, wherever we play it. But that is the Thomas Taylor Trophy. And that is for yourself. Watch the globe. Thank you, Anne.
Thank you.
Okay, set up for an interview.
So we might try and get both girls, I think.
Okay, whatever you like.
Let's just check if that's all right with Greg.
Greg and Steve would like to talk to both girls, okay? Yep, that's good. Good idea. We'll leave that on off. For interviews, we'll leave it off. So
Ladies
just
and
both
gentlemen, the grapple
interview,
has been
and then
drawn
for
for the
signing on and
bowls,
off,
for the
we
four
leave it on.
sets of bowls.
Just, you know, just be. Okay, recording.
it went the distance. It was a worthy final, wasn't it, for our first champion of champions at women's tournament? And Liz, I'm sure you're still shaking. You seem very nervous.
I am. It was the most fantastic game that, and Alison played so well, and I really don't believe that there should have been a loser in that final. It was a fantastic game.
When it goes as long as it did, obviously you both had chances.
Yes, I think we do.
Yeah.
We did, but I think I was lucky to win that, but I'm delighted, and Alison played so well. As I say, I don't believe there should have been a loser there.
Alison, I suppose you helped her out just a little bit in that tie-break when you gave a shot away.
I think I kicked myself twice there. Just unfortunate. I knew I was tight when it left my hand, and I was just waiting to see where it ended up, and just pushed her in, but it's unfortunate.
The conditions a little kinder perhaps than in your semi-finals. The green a little slow. How did you find it?
I actually liked the pace. I think it was better than yesterday. It was so quick yesterday. It was, I believe they watered it last night to try and slow it down a bit, but no, I enjoyed the pace. It was good.
It was a great match. Liz, just tell us a little bit about bowls in Swaziland. This obviously means a lot for the country, for you to take a title like this.
Yes, it does. It means a tremendous amount to the country. We're a very small country, obviously, and don't have too many bowlers, and this will do the country good. I'm quite sure, and in fact, I know, and the bowlers too.
Were you conscious of Derek in the crowd? Were you thinking of him at all at any stage?
You focus on your bowls, and that's it. I did glance at him once, and that was it, but no.
He looked very nervous.
So was I.
Congratulations, our first winner, and you both for giving us such a great final.
Thank you.
Thanks, girls.
And now we can go and have a drink.
Dear boy. What exciting.
Oh, is he yet?